On International Women's Day, many women around the world face a tough road to gender equality. CCTV's Liling spoke to the executive director of UN Women about how the struggle extends from fighting for equal opportunities to fighting for basic human rights.
Huge strides have also been made for gender parity, especially in the past few years. We have more women now in leadership roles in government, in business, and in civil society. How far along have we come as a world towards gender parity, and how much further do we have to go?
We have much more to do than what we have achieved. I think sometimes there is an illusion of adequacy when we see a few prominent women who do an exceptionally good job. But actually, when you drill down to numbers, for instance, in parliaments, we only have an average of 22% parliamentarians who are women globally. They have increased in middle management, something that has been called a quiet revolution, but they're not breaking through into the top CEOs and so on. So you still have less than 10% of women who are CEO of the Fortune 1000 companies, for instance. We have unequal pay. So even when women do break in and do the same complex work or the ordinary work that men do, the risk that they will not be adequately paid, it's still there.
Zika and the controversy over contraception and reproductive rights. Now, how much of this is a women's rights issue?
All of it. When women are being denied by law access to family planning products, to abortion, what this means is that the women's right to determine how they want to deal with the situation, either from the prevention and protecting themselves from being pregnant while there is a threat that their pregnancy and the life of their child could become affected, is taken away from them. If they get pregnant and they decide that they will not terminate because they do not want necessarily to give birth to this child, that decision is not theirs. And yet, all of the consequences, they have to live with those consequences.
Now, one of the worst places for women to be in now is in Syria, where the treatment of women under ISIL control has been described as brutal and unimaginable. Can you paint a picture for us about the reality on the ground?
They are targeted by ISIL as sexual slaves, raped by the ISIL fighters. They are also sold for money and just for sheer humiliation. They are impregnated in order for them to give birth to the next generation of fighters. To be a woman in that situation is just hell.